Welcome back, boys and some girls. If you got offered this video instead of its twin, you might want to start thinking why YouTube keeps offering you negative drama videos. In this video, I will lay out all things I found problematic with this game, with this alpha test, from performance to mechanics and everything in between. And with that being said, let's start with the first one. Performance. This one is the most obvious it could be. This game is very early for this big of a project. And it shows with the amount of FPS dips you will experience. I don't have the strongest computer ever, but I do have a 3080 and I had a whole bunch of problems all over the map. The general rule is the closer you are to a node city, the lower your frame rate will be. This obviously changes depending on if there is like a big raid going on in a dungeon or enemy camp. During the first or second day, we actually managed to crash the server. We formed a big raid and went to do like a big camp. The performance doesn't stop at FPS drops. Due to networking problems, you also have to deal with the constant rubber banding and inconsistent enemy behavior, such as unresponsive enemies that suddenly one-shot all the party, or a zombie that is supposed to be 19 damage, but instead, due to lag, does 100 attacks of 19 damage. Killing everything near it. This leads to every fight that isn't one-on-one will leave you wondering who did the damage to you. There are also bugs like being stuck in first-person camera, being locked in animation, enemies stuck in wall. There's plenty more. I might make a different video just on the funny moments from the bugs, we'll see. Artisan skills are not as standalone as I expected. What I mean by this is that when I was following Asher's creation years ago, I had the expectation that you can just be playing artisan skills as a player, just that. And you can. You just have to reach max level and have max equipment before you do that. Now, why do I say that? Because all your resources are surrounded by enemies of differing levels, and they're the only locations you can find the resources. I had the expectation that keeping your stuff safe from players will be the biggest threat, but nope. You also don't get much EXP from doing artisan stuff, less than like a level 2 mob. I really don't like this approach because it just funnels everyone into a frenzy leveling way first, and then it punishes everyone who just doesn't focus on leveling later and just upgrade their equipment, which seems to drop in higher quality than what you can craft, at least at the beginning. Obviously, as the servers stay up more, the crafter will be at a high level, they produce higher level craftables, higher level equipment, but with that being said, mob level also rises at the same time. So it leads to a higher quality equipment drop also. So if this is only for the test, I'm completely fine. If this is going straight to the main game, then it will 100% devalue crafter and we just make them pointless. Elections. This point is only for scientific nodes, I don't know about the rest. So just like I feared way back then, mayors are just guild leaders or guild representative. Election take form in a small UI screen showing you the name of the person you want to vote for, and you just have to choose from that. You don't know who he is, what they think, what they want to do. If you want to go speak to them to get some info, you can, but good luck getting a response. The most simple and obvious step is to force the mayor candidates to write down what their plans are, what future they see for the node, and maybe hold even a debate between the candidates. It will get the community together and will actually give voices to the solo players and the smaller groups. Because right now, if you see a vote on your screen, you won't go vote because you don't even know who or why or what. You don't know what the difference between the candidates are. So it just turns into nobody going to vote because that's the easiest step. Enemy chase range is insane. It needs to be lowered, like 100% needs to be lowered fast. They basically chase you until you leave their zone, or you go a very long distance away. Lacking information. What I mean by this is when you're starting out, if you didn't watch every stream for the last 7 years, it will be hard for you to find out that to get plants for farming, you need a node that is level 3 in a plot dedicated to farming, that you need to have the blueprint for, and you also need the level of carpentry to build all those buildings in that place. So new players will have no idea what to do. They will simply look for vendors or for random plants set in the world. All I want to see is simple explanations. To get like X, you need to do ABC. No need to be specific about like this plant do all of these steps or this potion do that. Just very basic stuff to know how you get stuff. Refining for some weird reason is locked into batches of 1, 5, 10 and 25. When you get deeper into artisan skills, you will start filling your storage, which is also bugged as hell, and delete some of your item for some reason. You can only do again 25 each time for refining, and it only has one queue. So it forces you to put the items into refining and then the rest put it into storage, then you continue farming. Just let me put everything at once. I farmed it through its work. There is no reason I need to AFK near the station just to process all my resources. Caravans feel useless, at least for now. I don't see the point in caravan until now. All the nodes have the same resources all over the map, and the amount of stuff you can move on you is pretty generous. Maybe when the world is split and some nodes cannot produce certain resources, it will make more sense to send like a big amount of items for sale, but for now you can't even build houses or shops that you can sell from. All you have to do is sell by hand right now. So take from this point whatever you see. I still don't see the point for caravans now. I can keep adding more and more things, but I'm aware that this is just an alpha test, so I didn't write things like the rarity of the creature doesn't affect the mount you create at the end, and a whole lot of similar bugs and features that are not yet in the game. Since you watched the whole video about negative feedback from the test, go watch the positive one and don't forget to leave your feedback below. But that's it, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, thank you. If you didn't, tell me why you didn't like it. Keep us safe. See you in the next one. Bye bye.